McNamara, 11 Leah Cleary, 12 Claire O'Mara.
Sports Centre here in Cork City for the So Hockey Munster Senior Girls A Senior Cup final between Limerick's Crescent College Comprehensive and Mount Mercy of Cork. I'm joined in the studio by Laurel Hill Director of Hockey and Catholic Institute player Christine O'Shea. Christine, it's the biggest day in girls hockey, schools girls hockey. What are you anticipating from today's game?
I'm anticipating a very even game, considering last year they played each other in the final and it went to a replay last year. It was both the first game and the replay was a very even game, with Mount Mercy eventually winning the replay 1-0 and representing Munster at the Kate Russell tournament. Looking on results, their cup results so far this season, Crescent had the easier run through with two quite easy games in the first round and the quarter final, and then playing Ursula's Thurles in the semi-final, winning 4-1. Mount Mercy played Bandon in the quarter-final, winning 4-3 in a very closely fought game, and then beat Sculver Cork 2-0 in the semi-final. So I'm hoping for a very good game and an even battle today.
We'll go through the teams, both teams, in a couple of minutes just before the game starts. Christine, you'd have a great knowledge of both teams. Who do you think could be the star of the game today? Who could turn it for either team?
For either team, for Crescent would have to be, I think, their vice captain Anna Horn. She's a penalty corner specialist with her drag flick, and I'm sure Mount Mercy will have seen a few of her videos on Twitter already. For Mount Mercy, you'd be looking at their captain Saoirse Griffin, and also number 2 Leah O'Shea, who represented Ireland just there last week over in England, along with Lauren Cripps. Leah's only in third year and is a very talented player, and she's one player definitely to look out for today, I think, between both teams.
We'll do a quick run through from both teams now, starting with Crescent College Comprehensive Limerick. In goals and captain is Amy Ahern. Sarah Barry wears number 2 jersey for Crescent. You've Georgia Keane wearing 3, Emer Lane 4, Claudia Griffin, also captain of Crescent, wears 5. Robin Leahy wears 6. Aoife Hickey has the number 7 jersey on. Anna Horn, as Christine mentioned, is the vice captain of Crescent, wears number 8. Sophie Clean, number 9. Number 10 is Maeve McNamara, and 11 Leah Cleary. That's the Crescent College Comprehensive starting team. Now over to Mount Mercy. In goals is Ciara Buckley. Saoirse Griffin captains the team wearing the number 3 jersey. Leah O'Shea is number 2. Siri Ford wears number 5. Sarah Murphy 6. Enya O'Donoghue is wearing the number 10 jersey for Mount Mercy. Jane Murphy wears 9. Aoife O'Driscoll 13. Orla Cahalan 14. Susie Uniacke, number 16, and number 17 is Lauren Cripps on the Mount Mercy side. Christine, just a quick comment on the facilities here in Garryduff. It's spectacular, and it's a place where girls can look to play their best hockey.
Yeah, no, it's great to actually finally have the cup final hosted here after a number of years away. They hosted the last 2 years in Loreto Fermoy, just as a neutral venue, but I think that all schools finals, like your club finals would all be hosted here. As you said, it's a magnificent facility. There's a stand. It's a water-based pitch, and players would rarely get to play on a water-based pitch, so it's going to be very interesting for both teams who wouldn't have the experience of playing on a surface like this.
Pitch has been watered a couple of times, as we've seen here in the commentary gantry. We nearly got caught by it a couple of times. Christine, you've 2 famed hockey schools, especially in girls hockey, in this final today, as the umpires getting ready, calling for both captains here in Garryduff Sports Centre in Cork City. You know, as I'm saying, you've 2 very, very famous hockey schools with, as you mentioned, the final last year, a distinct rivalry over the last number of years. As I've already mentioned as well, it's a huge day for both schools. It
is. It's a massive day. It's a kind of give it all game. Like this is it. If it's a draw at the end of today, it goes straight to 1v1 shuttles, which essentially means the girls have 8 seconds to run from the 23-metre line at the keeper, and it's a very nervous thing for the girls to do. This game, as I said, it's give it all. Like you're going to represent your school, your province at a Kate Russell tournament. Crescent have won it previously in 2015 up in Dangan in Galway, winning actually on goal difference. They drew on the same points with St. Gerard's, and they eventually won by a superior goal difference of 2 goals. Mount Mercy last won it in 2006, and with a very, very talented team, and some of those players are now playing internationally. Cliona Sargent and Vanna Byrne would have all been involved in that 2006 squad.
We're almost ready to go here in Garryduff Sports Centre in Cork City, both sides lining up. As we see to our right, Mount Mercy in a huddle as the umpires go through the rules with and what they expect from both teams, with the captains of both sides. Crescent down here in front of us on the left. We're not sure which side both teams will be attacking, whether they're left to right and right to left. It looks to me Crescent warmed up on the left hand side, as you see the pitch here in Gary Duff, and of course Mount Mercy on the right. We're almost ready to go here for the So Hockey Munster School Senior Cup A final between Crescent College Comprehensive of Limerick and Mount Mercy College of Cork, brought to you live and exclusively on sportinglimerick.com in association with So Hockey. Christine, you're looking now down in front of us. Both teams, they're raring to go, but at the same time it's a very, very nervous time.
It is a very nervous time, and for both teams, what both teams will be looking to do is to settle early on the pitch, to stop that ball from bouncing. A bouncy ball could cost them anything in this game. I know both teams have trained on the pitch and will have kind of got a bit of use to it, but the first few minutes it's a very anxious moment for both teams. For me, I think it's going to be the first team to score here today. It is going to set a tone. Like a team who gets a really early goal will settle into the game much quicker, and the other team then unfortunately has to fight to get back into it.
Big crowd come in here just looking as the game approaches its start. You've Crescent College Comprehensive, very vocal Crescent crowd as we can see here, Christine. Mount Mercy as of yet not making as much noise as the travelling Limerick support. Crescent, a school as we both know, famed for its sport, whether it's rugby, whether it's hockey, whether it's soccer. You know, it's amazing to see for two past Crescent students to be back here again watching this.
Yeah, it is. Like, Crescent are very well known for their support, and I expect very loud support today. Unfortunately, umpires will have to deal with that, trying to get the whistle and the girls to settle down a little bit. But I would expect Mount Mercy to come in their throws in a few minutes. I would expect their whole school to be out at this final, and it'll be a great supporting atmosphere, I'm sure.
Yeah, almost ready to go, getting through the final formalities here in the Gary Duff Sports Centre in Cork City for the Munster Schools Senior A Girls Hockey Final, brought to you live on Sporting Limerick in association with So Hockey. We're all ready to go here. The formalities, the shaking of the hands now between the umpires and both sets of players. Crescent look to be playing like they could be playing left to right. We aren't aware of the toss result as of yet, Christine, but you know, look, we've already mentioned it between us. It's a huge day for them. Some of these girls after this year may never play hockey again. Some of them might go on to greater and better things provincially, club-wise, internationally. But this is their stage, their final stage for their school, which they've been representing. Some of them, as you've already mentioned, some of them only in third year, but this is the zenith.
This is anything. I know there's a number of sixth years on both teams. I think Mount Mercy have 3 essentially, and I think Crescent have 4. So this is it. Like, the last few words in the huddle would be to do this for your 6th years. As you said, there is a number of third years. There's actually a second year playing with Crescent today, Sarah Fitzgerald. So it's a big day for those younger players, but I'd expect them all to stand up to have been playing this level all year, so they'll be well able.
Final huddles on either side. Crescent will be playing left to right, we've been informed, as you view it on screen. If our cameraman pans to the left, a very, very, very vociferous Crescent, as per usual from anything coming out of Crescent supporters wise, fully behind their team, fully behind the sets of players. As Christine mentioned, we're still expecting the Mount Mercy throng as of yet, but I'm sure it will come. Final instructions. Christine, what will the coaches be saying in that huddle at this moment?
In that last bit of huddle, it'll be just to settle into the game, make sure they make their passes, nothing too crazy in the opening few minutes. Just keep the ball, keep possession, just try and build a little bit of momentum. That's considering the Crescent coach. Mount Mercy, I think they'll go at it from the start. They're a very, very direct team. Crescent like to play the ball around, like to look for the gaps, whereas Mount Mercy, as I said, are very direct and will go straight at this Crescent team from the start and try and rattle them, I think.
They're nearly on their way here as Crescent have the first tip-off. Remember, it's half an hour each half. Crescent playing from left to right. And it's going to be Anna Horn, the Crescent vice-captain, to start us off here in Cork, in the Gary Duff Sports Centre. And we're underway here for the Senior Cup, the So Hockey Munster School Senior Cup final, Girls A final between Crescent College and Mount Mercy. It's Crescent with possession straight and it comes all the way to this right hand side. That's number 4, Emer Lane, plays it back into the middle as Crescent look to launch the first attack. It's Robin Lee in the ball, but she's lost out, and it's Mount Mercy get their attack, but it's defended by Crescent, and on that occasion it's Claudia Griffin on the Crescent. Play it all the way back to number 3, Georgia Keane, and it's going to be a patient start here from Crescent.
Yeah, it is. As I said, Crescent will just try and look to play the ball around. Leah Cleary's just on the ball here, and Leah's pace to burn and her really close skills are very, very good. So I think they'll be looking to get Leah on the ball an awful lot here on the right. Enya Donoghue just plays a lovely pass on the left foot of the Crescent number 4, Emer Lane, and George Keane is just trying to settle it down here for a few seconds.
Build up from Crescent, but it's intercepted from Mount Mercy's number 9, and that's Jane Murphy. Murphy now in possession on this left hand side, plays into middle, but Emer Lane with a great block, and she tries to come with the ball away, but under pressure from the Mount Mercy forwards, and it's patient here now. It needs to be a patient bit of play from Sarah Barr. She eventually gets the ball away from trouble. It's gone over the side, and it's going to be a Crescent ball, and Crescent move it away very quickly. It's flicked down as Crescent tried to move it on, but Mount Mercy intercept once more, and it's Mount Mercy on the attack now as Lee O'Shea plays it off to Siri Ford. Siri Ford then plays it inside. It's a chance for Mount Mercy early on. The Crescent defence gets back. The shot, it's half blocked. The whistle has been blown by the umpire, and Crescent will have a free hit. It's played quickly, and it comes back to Georgia Keane. Keane all the way across to Emer Lane. Lane now tries to play it up the left wing from the Crescent point of view, but it's going to be a free hit. It's a free hit, and away come Mercy College inside Crescent territory here. Mercy College straight away, Christine, very, very active in their pressing game on Crescent's defence.
They are, yeah. They'll be well used to playing Crescent. Like, they played each other in the league crossover already this season, and Mount Mercy won that 3-2. Took a very early lead, winning, I think it was 3-0 after 18 minutes to Mount Mercy, and Crescent fought to get back in the game. But yeah, Mount Mercy are really pushing up early. Leo Shea's making her presence felt here and just wins a free there on the dashed line. Yeah,
free here from Mount Mercy, who have started this game very positively indeed. It's taken on, and Crescent get the tackle in. It's Crescent possession now, but they're unable once again to clear it from their defence. The ball has gone over. Dangerous play height-wise, Christine. You know, the nerves are definitely going to be jangling. You can see it. Crescent's now first fire really into the Mount Mercy half.
Yeah, the nerves are there, and you'd expect that. Like, anyone would be the same in a situation like this in a cup final with your whole schools looking at you. You are going to be nervous, but it's just about to settle into the game. Like, it's still the opening few minutes. Robin Leahy now is carrying the ball forward and picks a perfect pass to Emer Lane. Looking at Mount Mercy, they seem to be surrounding the ball carrier of Crescent Camp, and a horn now is here. Again, there's 2 or 3 players around the Crescent player every time they pick up the ball, so it's a big pressing game from Mount Mercy College.
It's Crescent now with possession. We've already seen so far Emer Lane on possession a lot from a Crescent point of view. Will that be a tactic for them, getting Emer on the ball as much as possible?
Yeah, they would. Like, Crescent play a very unusual style in that they play 4 across the midfield line. Emer Lane being one of those players, and Emer Lane, she's a very promising young player. Again, she's only in 4th year school, but has the experience of playing senior A this year. She was involved last year as well in the setup, from what I believe. So she's a player who's going to have a very promising future going forward in school, with Club Calginstute and within a Munster and hopefully an Irish setup.
Mount Mercy attack once again here, but Crescent able to defend it on this occasion. Umpire has judged that Crescent have fouled, and away come Mercy College again now. And another one for Mercy College now. Another free. It's taken quickly by Lauren Cripps. She decides to go off, and again it's hit a Crescent leg this time, so that's another free. It's Robin Leahy who got her foot in the way. It's going to be a corner here now for Mercy College. And Christine, Mercy putting on a bit of pressure.
Yes, they are. Yeah, you can see every time they're kind of looking for that younger girl, Leo Shea, to get on the ball awful lot and to create a bit up front for the Mount Mercy girls. Crescent are defending well. They're holding their own in the back line, and their tackling is quite good, especially inside in the circle. Both umpires, there seems to be a bit of something going on here off the ball, a bit of pushing. So it's the nearest umpire here just caught that on his watching it.
It's going to be a Mount Mercy free inside Crescent territory, deep inside Crescent territory now. It's going to be their number 3, who's Saoirse Griffin, their captain, that takes it. Saoirse has Susie Uniacke out on this left hand side, and Susie plays it down that left wing. It's Crescent able again to defend it. Very tight opening. What do we have? Opening 5 minutes here in Gary Duff Sports Centre for this Munster School Senior A Cup final between Crescent College Comprehensive Limerick and Mount Mercy of Cork. It's going to be gone over the sideline here. It's going to be a Crescent ball. And that's taken quickly and comes all the way back to Georgia Keane. Full, it's intercepted. Chance for Mount Mercy, and it's an early goal. A mistake by Liam Murphy, or by Georgia Keane at the back. And the goal is tapped away by Aoife O'Driscoll from Mount Mercy. A mistake in the Crescent defence. Christine, you mentioned before the game the first goal was going to be crucial. It's a terrible, terrible error for Crescent to pull off so early in the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a thing. Crescent like to take their frees, their sidelines, everything very quickly. And when you play three at the back like Crescent do, to allow that fourth midfielder, it's a risk you take. And unfortunately, it was a misplaced pass from the right back as well, that they didn't realise that the centre back was under massive pressure. Aoife O'Driscoll was perfectly poised to pick up the ball and slotted away the ball calmly and with loads of composure past the Crescent keeper Amy Hearn. So yeah, 1-0 Mount Mercy.
Mount Mercy with the lead here after that goal from Aoife O'Driscoll. A mistake, but Crescent are on the attack straight away again, and it's Anna Horn. Horn pulls the ball across. It's a good block from Siri Ford.
The interesting decision here. Anna Horn plays the ball onto a Mount Mercy foot, and the umpire signals for a long corner. It should have been a short.
Would have been a good possession for Crescent to get near the Mount Mercy goal, but instead it's a long corner that Aoife Hickey takes, goes through, hit a foot on the way. It seems to have been a Crescent foot, and it'll be Mount Mercy with possession again. The important thing now for Crescent, Christine, immediately is to respond. They get back into their game plan. It's a setback, but it's not a game-winning setback from Mount Mercy's point.
No, it's not. Crescent will look to kind of push right up here again, and as Crescent need to get a goal, like to settle nerves and to get them back into the game. But 1-0 isn't a game changer at the moment. We're 7 minutes into a game. The game it's 30 minutes a half, so there's plenty of time to Crescent score. Crescent last year in one of their cup matches scored 2 goals within the last 5 minutes, so they're well used to being in this situation, and they're coached to push up in the last few minutes. Like Crescent will take off their keeper, they'll throw everything at it, but it's early days yet, and this game is far from over.
As Christine O'Shea mentioned there, 7 minutes gone here in Gary Duff Sports Centre. It's Mount Mercy leading 1-0 as Crescent look to try and get back into the game now with an attack in midfield. Robin Leahy with the ball. It's a great ball forward by Robin Leahy. The Mount Mercy keepers come out, was off her line quickly. Fine play by Ciara Buckley, the Mount Mercy keeper there, and Mount Mercy on the attack once more. It's hit a leg, but the umpires have said play on, and it's Mount Mercy in possession. Back inside the ball comes to Saoirse Griffin, their captain. The umpires brought play back for a Crescent offence, and Mercy go again. Number 17 Lauren Cripps, who will take this free. Tries to play it across to Enya O'Donoghue. It's brilliantly intercepted from Crescent's point of view, and Leah Cleary clears the ball away to her number 7 teammate Aoife Hickey. Hickey with a good run, beating a couple of Mount Mercy players, plays the ball forward looking for Maeve McNamara. McNamara now in a possession, an attacking chance here for Crescent. The ball has come, it's Emer Lane in possession, comes across the goal, chance here for Crescent to level. It's a poor shot from Aoife Hickey. It's going to be a short corner though, because one of the Mount Mercy players got their leg in the way. Better attacking play from Crescent there. Much better, yeah. Aoife Hickey picked up the ball, and she's known for making those big runs, those big darting runs up the pitch, and she's, again, her skills, she's very good at eliminating players very close to her. Mount Mercy keeper there a while ago came straight off her line and made a great save. She'd be well used to watching her sister Emma Buckley, who's Irish senior international, so she'd be well coached here at the moment. And it'll be interesting to see what Crescent do in this corner. As I mentioned in the analysis before the game, Anna Horn has a great drag flick. Whether they start with that or they look for a switch in the circle, who knows, but keep an eye on the number 8 Anna Horn here in this corner. It's going to be Georgia Keane to take this, the first short corner of this Munster A Girls Senior Cup final. Waiting for the signal to take this. It's Crescent number 3, comes all the way back to Leah Cleary. The shot comes in from Aoife Hickey, and it's just wide of the post. Bit of a trick move tried by Crescent there, didn't really come off. Aoife's strike wasn't the best, but still could have went into the corner. It didn't, and it's going to be a restart for Mount Mercy. Yeah, those bouncy, bobbly balls are the worst ones to defend, and the worst ones for a post player to try and trap. So Mount Mercy were let off a little bit lightly.
Aoife didn't seem to kind of catch that quite well, but as I said, a bobbly ball will be a simple goal for a Crescent team here.
Well, Mercy back on the attack now. They lead 1-0. That ball's gone over the sideline. Leo Shea unable to keep that in play, and it's going to be Aoife Hickey to restart play for Crescent. Hickey plays it to herself and goes off on a run again under pressure from the Mount Mercy number 5, Siri Ford. Hickey forced the pass, and it's Mount Mercy that are on the attack after the interception. Good defence from Mount Mercy. It's actually hit Aoife Hickey's leg. It's going to be a free for Mount Mercy. Their captain, Saoirse Griffin, takes all the way out here to Jane Murphy, their number 9. It's hit her leg. It's going to be a restart for Crescent. Game has picked up a bit of pace now, Christine. Both sides settling into their rhythm.
Yeah, both teams have now settled in. People are trying to take frees quickly. There's a few misplaced passes that both teams are picking up, but the intensity's gone up now, and these next few minutes are crucial for both teams. Saoirse Griffin here she's a very experienced player. She's playing IHL at the moment with Cork Harlequins, as is Jane Murphy here, the number 9. So both those players have massive experience playing at the highest level of club hockey at the moment. So they'll be massive players for Mount Mercy in this game today.
Saoirse Griffin and Jane Murphy, very prominent from Mount Mercy early on in the stages here, where they lead 1-0 against Crescent. Crescent looking to make their first sub. Of course, rolling subs in this game, looking to be Elle Sorensen that's going to be coming on for Crescent soon. But Mount Mercy back on the attack. They've dominated possession, the lion's share of possession in the opening 10 minutes here against Crescent. It's good play here. The ball comes across. Emer Lane with the interception for Crescent. She launches attack. It's Anna Horan now on the run for Crescent, bringing play up to halfway. Anna looks forward. It's a good ball in. It's in. Chance for Maeve McNamara. It's hit off. It's another short corner. But so far, Christine, you can see Anna Horan trying the long pass, looking for the run of Maeve McNamara. It's a tactic that Crescent have used a couple of times now, and both times it's resulted in short corners.
It has. Anna, it seems to be, she started centre forward from the tip off, but she's dropped back in and is kind of playing as a deep centre forward, as kind of a fifth midfielder. And I think Mount Mercy are struggling to deal with that at the moment, which then allows both Leah Cleary and Maeve McNamara to kind of make two high runs, and they're trying to get across the pitch to cut an angle, and Anna has picked up both players both times, so it's two different games from both teams.
It's going to be Sarah Barry to take this short corner as a hush descends over Gary Duff Sports Centre here in Cork City. Ball's played back, it's blown up though, and the umpire's not happy with the Mount Mercy players on the line. I think he's blown up. He's said they went too early by the looks of things. We're waiting to see it's going to be still a short corner. It was Mount Mercy that made a break too early there. It's going to be Sarah Barry. Sarah Barry now getting a talking to from one of the umpires here on this right hand side. Either way, it's still going to be Crescent's ball. And Sarah Barry to take. Played all the way back to Leah Cleary. It's going to be Anna Horan. She flicks it across. The shot is there. Save. Great save from the Mount Mercy keeper. But Crescent still on the attack. Comes back here on this right hand side. It's Horan once more. Good defending from Mount Mercy on that occasion. A fine save from their keeper, Ciara Buckley, from the shot from the short corner. Fine foot save.
Yeah, it was a great save. It was an interesting move that it looked like Anna Horan was going to take a drag flick, and she just slips it over to Georgia Keane on the left slip. Georgia's now gone back to inject the ball again. So they're switching it around, Crescent. They're keeping this Mount Mercy defence guessing constantly on their opening three corners. Yeah,
in fact, it is a Crescent short corner, as mentioned. Hit one of the Mount Mercy players' legs. That results in a Crescent short corner. As Christine said, it's Georgia Keane to take. Set by Leah Cleary, and comes to Horn this time. It's a drag flick, and it's taken the deflection. It's going to be a third successive short corner for Crescent here. And Christine, this is serious pressure on the Mount Mercy defence right now.
This is serious pressure. The more corners you defend, the more you're kind of going, oh, we have to clear this one, I know Mount Mercy now at the moment are debating this corner where it came, the drag hit a leg of the Mount Mercy defender, but it's as to where it hit her on the leg. If it hit below the knee, it's a short corner again, and Peter Murphy, the umpire, has awarded short corner again.
Yeah, checked with the sideline there on that occasion to the umpire, and again it's another Crescent short corner, their third in a row. Again it's going to be Georgia Keane to take. We've seen in the first two or three that it's been Leah Cleary setting the ball. Will it be the same on this occasion? We'll see as Christine has mentioned on several occasions. Anna Horn very dangerous with drag flicks from this situation for Crescent. Keane takes it. This time it's a different setter and it's going to be a different shooter again. It's taking a deflection and just wide. Huge chance for Crescent to equalise here. Big chance for Maeve McNamara on that occasion. She was next to the post, waiting by the goals for that flick and just inches wide, Christine.
Yeah, just millimetres wide there. It was an interesting setup. The ball came out this time to Robin Leahy as the stick stopper. Aoife Hickey goes for the drag flick. Came off Maeve McNamara and Georgia Keane. It falls to the opposite post and Georgia Keane just missed it. I don't think she was expecting that ball back. But again, that's a simple one that could have gone in there. A little touch off a stick could have redirected that ball back into the goals.
Aoife Hickey on the attack for Crescent, but it's defended well by the Mount Mercy team and Enya O'Donoghue, but it's Anna Horn who's becoming more and more prominent for Crescent. Lovely flick outside to Hickey. Crescent on the attack. Long ball played in by Hickey. And it comes to Leah Cleary. Cleary on the attack. It's going to be a corner. It's going to be a free, for Crescent on this occasion. It's back to Hickey again. Crescent really starting to play some good hockey in the last couple of minutes, putting pressure on Mount Mercy, and it's Hickey again now on the run. Protecting the ball very well. It's hit another Mount Mercy leg. It's going to be a free to Crescent. Hickey now looking to set up a teammate, you would imagine here. Plays it all the way back to Keane. And Georgia Keane now plays it inside. It's defended well by Orla Cahalan and Mount Mercy. And Cahalan tries to get the ball away and eventually does to one of her teammates. But Horn's there from a Crescent point of view. Plays it all the way back. Patient in possession once more. And Crescent now come all the way back. Anna Horn definitely a very calming presence on this Crescent team in this opening quarter. 12 or 15 minutes, the opening 15 minutes here in Gary Duff Sports Centre as Crescent look to launch an attack once more. It's patient play there by Sarah Barry all the way across to Georgia Keane in the middle, and Georgia now will look to bring this forward. Georgia Keane, a fine long pass. It comes, it falls. There's going to be a chance here for Crescent. Buckley is off her line quickly again for the second time in this opening stage of this game to divert danger, and Mount Mercy again come away with possession. Good interception from Aoife Hickey, and Crescent have the ball again. Ball played across, looking for Maeve O'Donoghue. It's going to go out of play. It's going to go over the end line. But Christine, it's very, very obvious from my vantage point anyway that Crescent are really coming into this game now. Yeah,
Crescent have really started to up their ante here in this game, and we just see Elle Sorensen coming on here now for Leah Cleary. Leah's made some great runs off the ball, and I'm sure her tank is running on empty at the moment after some brilliant runs up front, so she'll get a few minutes break, I'm sure, and she'll be sent back on again. But Ciara Buckley's so quick out off her line at the moment to block two very serious Crescent attacks. So Mount Mercy are on the ball again here, just trying to create a few bits in the centre of the pitch.
Yes, Jane Murphy and Robin Leahy. In fact, that's Elle Donoghue just came on, sorry. Elle Sorensen, I should say, apologies. Elle Sorensen now takes the sideline. Plays the ball up, it's a good block from Jane Murphy on that occasion from Mount Mercy, and away they come. It's Lee O'Shea in possession. Lee is unable to keep it in play. Under pressure on that occasion from Emer Lane, and Lane takes this quickly. As Christine O'Shea has mentioned, Crescent liking to play this fast game early on. It's Anna Horn under on good defending on that occasion from the Mount Mercy number 10, and that's Enya O'Donoghue. But again, Crescent have it back. It's Elle Sorensen, a good break from Elle Sorensen. Ball bouncing around. It's going to be a free out. Just got above the height restrictions according to the umpire. But again, Crescent really picking up the pace in the last 5 or so minutes.
Yeah, Crescent have really picked up the pace. Aoife Hickey has now found her rhythm inside the game. Robin Leahy in centre mid is starting to control things. So it has settled in a little bit more. Anna Horn has pushed up a little bit more now up into a centre forward position, and you can see her here pressing that centre back of Mount Mercy, and that's a great ball down the line. Just unfortunate to keep it in by Siri Ford.
Amy O'Shea is on from Mount Mercy, their first rolling sub of the afternoon. She's on for Aoife Driscoll as Crescent look to start again, and it's their full back again, Georgia Keane. Keane plays the ball up. Well intercepted though. It's Robin Leahy looking to keep it for Crescent. She's going to win the free. Followed by one of the Mount Mercy players. On that occasion it was Saoirse Griffin, their captain. It's going to be another Crescent free. Another play off, I think it was Jane Murphy's leg. Away comes Emer Lane. Inside to Leahy. Flicks back inside lane. Good move here from Crescent as they come into the danger zone from a Mount Mercy point of view. Chance is still around. It's hit Ciara Griffin. In fact, it hasn't hit Aoife Hickey's leg. It's going to be another short corner. It's their 5th of the game so far, Christine, and at some stage Crescent are going to make one of these count.
Yeah, you're right in saying that. Like a fifth corner in the opening, the opening 20 minutes of this game, Crescent have really turned under pressure, and every time they get into this circle, there seems to be a corner, or Crescent are looking to play it onto a foot every time if they can't get a clear shot and goal. What happens this time, whether it goes to the first or second castle, who knows? But I see Sophie Klein now is stepping in here for Anna Horn to stop the ball for her. So whether it's going to be an Anna Horn drag or it's going to be a ball out to Aoife Hickey, they've used both options so far, so it'll be interesting to watch here what Crescent decide.
Indeed it will. It's Georgie Keane again to take this short corner for the Crescent side, who trail 1-0 to Mount Mercy after Aoife Driscoll's goal. Keane plays it, it's set, comes to Horn. Horn's going to have to flick it, a bit of a mistake made. Comes to Hickey, played inside again. Chance for Crescent's blocked, brilliantly blocked by the Mount Mercy defence. They look to come away with it, and they get the free. Another trick move by the Crescent side on that occasion. But again, Crescent win in possession. Before I go back to Christine, we'll go back now as Mount Mercy look to launch an attack. Crescent innovative from every kind of short corner so far, and again, another trick play that nearly came off.
Another trick play, whether that was pre-planned or whether it just came from the fact that Sophie Klein just mistrapped the ball slightly on this bouncy pitch. But a great play. Anna switches it to Aoife. Aoife's looking for Anna on the penalty spot again. But Jane Murphy comes flying across and makes a great tackle on the penalty spot to stop the Crescent attack. Jane Murphy here again, she's playing really well in the midfield line at the moment for Mount Mercy and controlling everything. 4 Crescent players around her and unable to stop her at the moment.
Fine play from Jane Murphy on that occasion, and it's going to be another Mount Mercy free. From a defensive point of view, as you said, Christine, Jane Murphy's been brilliant. Now she's looking to bring that play into the attack as Mount Mercy look to double their lead with this attack. On the ball is number 10, Enya O'Donoghue, all the way out here to Susie Uniacke. Uniacke plays a lovely ball in, well defended by Georgia Keane. It's flicked out over the end line. It's going to be a long corner here for Mount Mercy. Again, it's their captain, Saoirse Griffin, that takes good defending from Sarah Klein. Gets the flick in, but Mount Mercy keep possession. Hits Anna Horn's foot. Smart play there from Lauren Cripps from a Mount Mercy point of view. Here for Mount Mercy. It's their number 6, Sarah Murphy, who hasn't been in possession a lot of the game. She's done a good job defensively. Ball played in, bit of room here, a shooting chance for Mount. Shot saved, well saved. Jane Murphy's shot, and well stopped by Amy Ahern.
Yeah, a great stop. Jane just turns and hits it off her back foot, and Amy Ahern was well poised to make that save there, but that's a difficult one when considering she didn't know if Jane was going to take the shot early or what was going to happen. And Siri Ford here now is an advantage in possession, trying to set something up, plays the ball back here, and Susie's going to try to set something up again. They're just going to keep possession, I would presume, for a few seconds to open up the Crescent defence. Great
turn there by Susie Uniacke, but Siri Ford was unable to keep possession of it, and Crescent have the ball once more. We saw in the early stages of this game that Mount Mercy's high pressing game plan worked a treat as Aoife O'Driscoll's goal, and Crescent now trying to work the ball out of the defence. It's intercepted over on that right hand side, and Mount Mercy have the ball again. They have the advantage. It's going to be a free on this occasion. It's hit a Crescent leg as Mount Mercy come again. Over there on that far side by Lauren Cripps. Cripps under pressure from 2 defenders, does brilliantly to hold on to it. Gives the ball back to number 6, Sarah Murphy. Murphy played a low ball into the Crescent defence. It's going to be another long corner for the Mount Mercy side. And Mount Mercy now have weathered that spell of possession from Crescent and trying to calm things down, keep possession, as you said, Christine.
Yeah, this is where Mount Mercy could be dangerous. They're settling back into the game, as you said. They've getting possession of the ball. They're trying to play the ball into the circle, very direct. We saw there Lauren Cripps trying to play the ball in. Lauren, along with Leah there last week, was over in England and playing with the Irish under 16s for their first cap. So she's another player, a young promising player to keep an eye out for today.
It's another free here for Crescent. Anna Horn leaves it behind. It's going to be Georgia Keane to take. It's Crescent side of trail 1-0 in this So Hockey Munster Senior A Girls Cup final here in Gary Duff Sports Centre in Cork City. It's a good block there from Jane Murphy, does brilliantly to quell a Crescent attack, and it's Murphy calms everything down, plays it back to her centre back Sarah Murphy, but Murphy's brilliantly dispossessed by Robin Leahy, and Crescent now with play in Mount Mercy's territory looked to be hit a Mount Mercy leg on that occasion. Umpires say no. But Crescent regained possession and launched another attack. It's a good block by Saoirse Griffin, the Mount Mercy captain. And Elle Sorensen restarts play off from the sideline for Crescent. She's well tackled again by Jane Murphy. Again, very prominent in everything that she does so far. And Crescent forced through Sarah Barry to come back, restart their attack. Georgia Keane, it's Emer Lane on that left hand side. In fact, it's not Emer Lane on that occasion, it was Claudia Griffin. But Mount Mercy in possession again as Crescent look to make a couple of substitutions here. It's Leah Cleary back on, but either way it's Anna Horn on the attacker. Great run from Horn, she gets the shot, it's kicked away yet again from Ciara Buckley, the third time. And in the end, Saoirse Griffin says, I've had enough of this danger near my goal. She launches it down the field. It's going to be a Crescent ball at Georgia Keane take possession, but again, Christine, it's the third occasion that Ciara Buckley has flown off her line to quell a Crescent attack.
Yeah, Ciara's very quick on her feet there again to get out and stop that Crescent attack. Crescent are getting dangerous ball, but Ciara's just in fantastic form at the moment inside that goals, and Saoirse just clears the ball just to kind of give her defence a bit of time off. We see Leah Cleary there back onto the pitch after her small little break, and down underneath us here again we see Sarah Fitzgerald waiting for the last 2 minutes. Sarah, as I said, is in second year in Crescent Camp and a very, very young player to be bringing on a Senior A Cup final, but a player who's well capable of playing. She's taken Sophie Klein's place, I think, over at left mid, so she's just stepping onto the pitch here now.
It's going to be a Crescent ball here. It's going to be taken by Sarah Barry at Crescent free. Sarah looking at her options, where she's going to go. She's going to have to go back to Georgia Keane. And Keane, like has been so many of these attacks that Crescent have had, it's been launched from Georgia Keane. Lovely pass straight up the middle to Emer Lane. Lane now on the right hand side. It's Anna Horn. It's another brilliant block. And that Mount Mercy defence are just happy to block any Crescent attack at the moment and just launch it down the field, not minding where it ends up as long as it's away from their goal. Again, Crescent on the attack, and it's Sarah Fitzgerald, as Christine mentioned, a second year student in Crescent College, that has the ball here, flicks it upfield. Anna Cleary marked by two Mount Mercy players, and Leah Cleary and Anna Horn in possession, forced to go back. She does well, holds on to possession, gives the ball to Keane. Keane plays it straight up the middle to Robin Lee. Lee unable to hold on to possession, and Mount Mercy come away. It's a good play there from Mount Mercy, launching an attack. It's number 2, Leo O'Shea. It's a Leo O'Shea, great ball just ahead of Siri Ford. It'll trickle out wide, but Mount Mercy showing that they're dangerous on the counter attack too. Yeah,
both teams are very dangerous. Any gap that kind of seems to open up between a centre back, a right back and a left back, they're looking to hit that direct ball through, and unfortunately that time for Leah it was the right decision, but it was just too fast for Siri Ford. I think if the pace of the ball had been a small little bit slower, Siri was totally onto that ball and was straight through onto the Crescent keeper, but luckily for Crescent that ball, they watch it roll out over the end line.
See Fakey gets ready to come back on for Crescent any moment now. Emer Lane with the ball, and Crescent just lacking that final pass at the moment. Robin Leahy losing possession, but Leahy gets a flick to it and win it back, and Georgia Keane with a great tackle to make sure that Crescent hold on to the ball. Anna Horn now well blocked again, and again it's no surprise that it's Jane Murphy with the fine play from Mercy College, gives it back inside to Saoirse Griffin. Griffin looks at her options, doesn't take the right one from Mount Mercy, but they still have possession. Played down, and there's going to be a chance here for Leo O'Shea. O'Shea in possession, trying to fashion a shooting chance, gets a great shot. It's hit a Crescent leg, but no whistle is coming. Crescent, bit of a let off there maybe, as Leah Cleary looks to come away with the ball for Crescent. She looks up down the line looking for Maeve McNamara. That's going to trickle over the sideline, but Crescent maybe would have let off on that occasion.
Yeah, a big let off. It was a great defensive tackle there from Sarah Barry inside the Crescent circle. Unknown what's going on, she just puts her body in the way, and whether it hit a foot or a stick I'm unsure, but the umpire seemed happy to let that ball play. But Leo O'Shea's just been, she's willing to take a shot from anywhere. Here we see the ball roll onto her again, and Georgia Keane's just going to try and slow her down to get her defenders back behind.
Georgia Keane on that occasion forced to concede the free as Leo O'Shea flicked the ball in between her legs. It hit her foot, and Leo O'Shea in possession again under pressure from Sarah Barry. Ball comes back, comes loose, and it's Saoirse Griffin with possession, plays the ball out to the left hand side to Siri Ford. It's back inside, Jane Murphy now, chance here maybe, shot from Leo O'Shea, and that's a fantastic save from Amy Ahern. Brilliant brave save on that occasion.
Yeah, another great save from Amy Ahern. Leo O'Shea, she's just willing to hit any ball on her reverse stick, and I think they just need to get a little bit tighter there in Leah in the circle. She's finding a little bit of space, and as I said, she's willing to hit a shot from anywhere, so they just need to kind of get a little bit closer to her and put a bit more pressure on her, I think.
Yeah, it was Liam Murphy with that long range effort for Mount Mercy. O'Shea tried to get a flick on it but was unable on that occasion. As Aoife O'Driscoll comes back on, the game's only solitary goal scorer on this so far in this game, comes back on from Mount Mercy as Jane Murphy looks to launch another attack, but well dispossessed from Emer Lane. Brilliant bit of stick work from Emer Lane, but brilliantly tackled Saoirse Griffin, showing her leadership as captain of Mount Mercy tide. As Lee O'Shea tries again, but again it's good, better defence on this occasion from Sarah Barry. Aoife O'Driscoll isn't able to keep it in play, and it'll be Crescent that will restart play on the sideline. It's going to be Anna Horn to take it. In fact, it's not, and that's half time here in the Gary Duffs Sports Centre. First half is over of the So Hockey Munster Senior A Girls Cup final. It's Mount Mercy lead through Aoife O'Driscoll's early goal. Christine, just a little roundup for us now. We've seen throughout the game they got the early goal in Mount Mercy. Crescent thundered back into them, had 5 short corners pretty much in succession. Were unable to take one of them chances, but will invariably be happy how they responded to going behind.
They will be happy, like they really pushed up, and I think both the Crescent coaching panel will be very happy with how Crescent have applied themselves since conceding that early goal. Again, Amy Ahern inside the Crescent goals has kept, both keepers have kept both teams in the game here. Like Ciara Buckley has come off the line 3 times to stop a Crescent attack. Amy Ahern has stopped 2 massive shots from Lee O'Shea. So it's been a very close fought game. Mercy are on top at half time. But this game, it's far from over. Another 30 minutes of this hockey. It's going to be fantastic to watch in the second half. And you'd hope that Crescent will push up, get a goal and equalise this game and push Mount Mercy to try and push for a second, if not Crescent. So we'll see what happens now in the second half.
We've mentioned a couple of Crescent players that have been very prominent. Anna Horn has been, Aoife Hickey was, Georgia Keane, Emer Lane as well. But on the Mount Mercy side, you've had Saoirse Griffin and Jane Murphy, arguably the star players of the game so far.
Yeah, 100%. Like Saoirse Griffin has held this centre mid position so well. She stopped Crescent playing with 2 centre mids. She's stopped every single time they've trying to get through the middle. Saoirse Griffin has stepped up, made fantastic last-ditch flat stick tackles. Jane Murphy here at left mid, she has been, I think, one of the standout players in this first opening 30 minutes of the game. She's, as we saw in the corner, she stopped a superb shot. She's controlled possession of the game. When the ball hasn't been on going forward, she's turned. She's been very clever, and as I said, both those players have that experience in playing with Cork Harlequins this year so far in the IHL.
We'll be back for the second half shortly. Join us live on sportinglimerick.com for the second half of the So Hockey Munster A Senior Girls final here live from the Gary Duff Sports Centre. Talk to you in a few minutes.